What's up, everybody? It's your boy Q. You know who I'm back, baby, with another video. Thank y'all for kicking it with your boy Q today. Guys, y'all can see we got red behind me. I want to talk to y'all today about another question I get quite a bit. Get it all the time on Instagram, things like that. Hey Q, how can I improve the ride quality of my truck? So yeah, let's just jump into it. First thing you can do is upgrade to some coilovers, guys, or better shocks, right? So I had the Rough Country stress spacer kit on here when I first got it. Now I added their Rough Country Vertex coilover kit, guys. And when I added those coilovers on this truck, bro, the truck rode completely different, guys. I'm talking about it was a night and day difference. The truck rode so much better once I got those coilovers put on there. Come be honest with you, when I first had when I got the Rough Country kit at first, it was pretty rough. I'm gonna be honest, it was rough and rocky. Rough Country has come a long way, so if you're hesitant on it, trust me, it's better now, especially with the Rough Country Vertex coilovers. So first thing is get you some coilovers, or just upgrade you some better shocks. For example, I think Fox make a shock, Bilstein make shocks, and there's a tons of them. I'm just talking about the two I know. I believe out of those two, Bilsteins, from what I hear, are like the best quality for like riding around daily driving. I hear Fox, and from what I experienced, I'm about to talk about it in a second, Fox appear to be a little firmer than the Bilsteins from what I hear. So, you know, just do some research, thing like that. But Bilsteins is usually the way to go. A lot of people say they love the way they ride, or Fox. So you can just either get coilovers, like I have, or just upgrade your shocks, which is what I did in the rear of my truck. I had the Rough Country N2 shocks, right? So I actually swapped them for the Fox shocks 2.0 or 2.5 Performance Series shocks in the rear. And it did help the ride quality of the truck on the back end. The back end does not bounce as much as it used to with the Rough Country shocks I had. These are better than the Rough Country, I'm just gonna be honest with you, they are. But Rough Country also makes a Vertex rear shock that I didn't know about, piggyback shock, that you can adjust like the front here. So, you know what I'm talking about, let me show y'all. So with the Vertex coilovers, you can adjust this right here, your knob, your dampening knob, to what setting you want, like so 1 to 8, 1 being the softest, 8 being the firmest. So they also, Rough Country also has this for the rear, and I did not know that about the Fox. If I would have known it, I absolutely would have got them, but I didn't know, so I'm at where I'm at. Maybe I'll upgrade. The second thing, bro, to me personally, besides upgrading maybe to some coilovers or better shocks, guys, tires. I'm gonna say it again. Tires, bro. Tires makes a huge difference in the ride quality you're going to experience with your truck, lifted truck, whatever case may be. My personal experience, I used to have, on my truck, I used to have Ironman MT all country tire. True mud tire, big blocks in the middle. When I first got the truck, they rode smooth. After they started to wear, terrible. Ride was bumpy, shaky all over the place. Bro, I'm talking terrible. And I didn't know this until I got the tires you see here now, which are my Nitto Ridge Grapplers. Once I put the Nittos on this truck, bro, see my eyes, bruh, the ride changed tremendously. And Nitto, much better tire than Ironman. Just being honest with you, the Ironman's a more budget-friendly tire. With the Nittos, they ride amazing. They look amazing. Look at them. I mean, it's amazing looking tire, probably the hottest tire on the market. And these are 37-13.5s if you're wondering. With that, the Ironman, like I said, are budget friendly, but you get what you pay for. And that's what I found with tires. You're gonna get what you pay for. These Nittos are about $30,000, guys. Those Ironman, maybe like $1,000 for a set. It's gonna cost you, but trust me and believe, when you put them on there, you're gonna notice the difference. And that's the thing with tires. I urge everybody, I'm gonna tell you this again, besides upgrading your shocks, your tires is probably the biggest thing you can do to change your ride quality. I could be wrong, just from my experience, because this is the only thing touching the ground. Your tires, the 4 tires, that's the only thing touching the ground out of the whole truck. So the better the tire, the better the ride, right? And with those Ironman, those MTs I had, again, they were big blocks, they had a howling noise. I don't know if you ever noticed, just listen, when I'm taking this video now, and you hear other big trucks, if you can hear them coming like woo, 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 like if you can hear their tires going down the pavement, they're loud. And let me say this, your MTs are usually louder than like your Nitto, which is a hybrid. The Nitto Ridge Grappler is a hybrid. So it's a mix between off-road and on-road. So basically an MT and an AT. True mud tires are gonna be louder than like a hybrid tire or all-terrain tire, yes. But some tires, like the Ironman countries I had, bro, once they wore, they were so loud. Driving down the highway in my cab, you could just hear and trust me, once you get into this, or you know what I'm talking about, or if you don't and you get into it, you'll notice when you get certain tires, they howl. It's called a howling noise. My Nittos, they don't howl at all. Now, it's not to say they're not a little loud. They're not loud to me. I think they're quiet. But if you're coming from like a street tire or a regular truck and you put these on, to you it might be a little noise. And number two, as they wear, guys, they're gonna get louder, right? Because your thread blocks are not as tall anymore, so they're gonna start to get a little louder. That's just part of the game. But there's a difference between howling and a little loud. And trust me, once you experience it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't explain it, you just gotta experience it. That's a nice ring. The same color scheme as mine. Which leads us to another point about ride quality, guys. Make sure you balance and rotate your tires properly and often. If you're running an MT, from what I was told, if you're running a true mud tire, guys, you should be rotating and balancing those every 3,000 miles. If you're running like a hybrid like this or a true all-terrain tire, you can get away with rotating those every 5. I rotate my Nitto Ridge Raptors every 5,000 miles, and I get them balanced every other rotation. That way, I keep the life of the tire and their ride quality intact, because if you don't balance your tires right, guys, you're gonna get a lot of steering wheel shake. And a lot of people ask me that question too. Hey Q, I get a lot of steering wheel shake when I'm driving, do you? It could be a few factors with that, guys, but one of the things you need to check first, your tires properly inflated, and are they rotated and balanced regularly and properly. When I first got my Nitto Ridge Raptors, the shop I went to did not balance them. They had one bead on there, and I was driving, when I first got my Nittos, I'm like, these Nittos are overrated because I'm just getting hella vibration in the steering wheel. Come to find out, to the shop I go to now, who's much better, they're like, bro, they didn't balance your tires at all. That's why you're feeling all that vibration. Once they were balanced, 9-day difference. So that's another thing to consider too when you talk about ride quality. And as far as PSI, where I run my PSI on these are 37, 13.5. I think I said that, but if I didn't, I think I usually run them at like 38, 40 for the most part. So if you're running like 42, 44, it's gonna make the ride a little harder. If you're running them at a lower pressure, like 35, 36, gonna make it a little softer. Another thing, guys, that I forgot to mention when I was making the video, it just kind of hit me when I was driving home. Another thing you can do to improve your ride quality is get you a better, beefier upper control arm. As you know, I have the BDS upper control arms on my on my truck that I switched from the stock. And basically the control arm just gonna allow better articulation, up and down motion of that control arm. Oh my God, it's about to be a freaking accident. People cannot freaking drive, bro. Like, they just can't drive out here. Like, the upper control arm just gonna allow better articulation, handle basically up and down motion a lot better than the stock one would for sure. That's another option as well. If you wanna have a better ride quality, guys, those two things right there. Maybe better suspension up front, some coilovers, better shocks, or tires. Honestly, that's the only thing I think of. If I miss something, comment below. I'm not talking about speed or performance, I'm just talking about ride quality. Anyway, that's all I got. It's your boy Q. I'll catch y'all next baby. Peace.
Too lost with the webs I'm weaving, I could change the